Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Last time we made our way deeper into Miss Ruby's hideout, and in this episode, we're gonna go ahead and finish up this hideout. So, let's go ahead and start off with a vehicle level here. Let's make our way into a ghastly voyage.
That vehicle seems to be outfitted with some sort of high-energy cannon. Use the left analog stick to move, and aim the right analog stick in the direction you want to shoot. Remember, you can always shoot in one direction while moving in another.
So, do you remember back in World 1, we had one level where we controlled the submarine, and we moved it around with one stick and shot with another, pretty much making it a twin-stick shooter? Well, now we have that vehicle for Sly that's outside of the water this time around, and it's pretty much the same deal, where you just move around with one stick, shoot with the other. It's pretty simple to comprehend, but it's the stuff they throw at you in this level that's the more difficult part, because they throw a lot of enemies at you here, and they also put up a lot of fences. These fences take a while to shoot down, and they put a lot of the enemy generators behind the fences, so you'll see a lot of these ghosts appear, and you'll need to destroy the ghost generator. But you destroy these fences to get to them, and as you can see, they take a lot of time to shoot down, so don't be surprised if you're going to be sitting here for a while and then taking a hit while trying to break down a fence just because it takes that long. So the best thing to do, especially when you're surrounded by a bunch of enemies, is just constantly move. Do not stay in one place for too long. Constantly move and never let go of that right stick. Just constantly keep on shooting. It's the best thing I can recommend this level. Also, come in here with some Lucky Charms. At least one's gonna help, and make sure you grab every coin along the way. That way you get yourself another charm. You're gonna really want to have Lucky Charms here, because it's very easy to get blindsided in this level. I usually get hit at least once or twice when I'm playing this level, so I love having Lucky Charms whenever I can grab them here.
According to my paranormal scanner, that flowing soup is really highly charged ectoplasm. It's just got to be the source of power for those headstone generators.
So right there, Bentley pretty much just tells us how these ghosts keep on spawning. Ectoplasm generators, not very too surprising to see. I mean, how else do ghosts spawn this fast? It's gotta be something ectoplasm related, so yeah, that makes sense, but they're still just as easy to take down. Just constantly keep on shooting them and you're good to go. Just never stop, like I mentioned before. So, just gotta dodge these enemies throwing their heads at us, take them out. And I've actually gotten hit there a couple of times just because, I swear, sometimes it looks like an enemy is gonna throw their head in front of you, and then they'll change their mind the last second when you get close up, and then just chuck it straight down. Sometimes that's hard to judge, and I swear, I sometimes get hit there, not even realizing it. But this final segment of the level here is kind of annoying just because you got so many ghosts here spawning at once, and you gotta destroy all three of these pillars to get the key to come down to you. So you just gotta constantly keep on killing these ghosts. If you don't, you're screwed. It's really chaotic at the end there, but just keep on shooting, keep on moving, and you should be fine. But we got the key, and there's only one more level left we can do here before we can go ahead and take on Miss Ruby. So, one more key for us to collect. That's great. And it's actually right here. So, let's go into down home cooking.
With all the hay and feathers in here, just looking at this place has got me breaking out in hives. But we've got no choice. That ghost over there contacted me on Spectre Wave Radio, and we've cut a deal. He's promised us a key if you can whack 50 chickens. I guess he needs them to make a big pot of gumbo, but he's scared of the bob-toting roosters. Be careful, or they'll blow you to bits. Think you can do it?
Well, that didn't make any sense at all, but I guess we'll do this challenge for the ghosts. Because we got a key, kinda need it, so why not? But this challenge here can be kind of annoying because you need to get 50 chickens in a minute and a half, and that's a pretty strict timer, especially when these bomb chickens start coming out. The best thing you want to do with those chickens is you gotta constantly keep on moving, and do not swing near them. I swear, I've died to those chickens so many times because they blindsided me while I'm just trying to get a chicken, and it is really, really easy to hit one of those bomb chickens by accident. So you just gotta constantly keep on moving here, keep on swinging your cane, and you gotta get these bomb chickens to run into each other. It's the only way they'll explode. And here I'm getting really bad patterns. Unfortunately, I'm having to tank the hit, which is not a good thing. Oh, that kind of caught me off guard. That's another thing too. The more chickens you hit and the less time you have left on the clock, these bomb chickens get more and more aggressive. They start coming out faster and faster. So you gotta constantly keep an eye out for those things and make sure they just don't pop out in a bad spot like I did there. But there you go. We got all those chickens. The timer there is actually kind of strict because that's all luck based for how well you're gonna do in that game. Sometimes you have some good chicken luck and they'll pop out right in front of you in a good group, and sometimes they'll just try to avoid you all outright and not even spawn all that fast, because it really depends on where they spawn with how well you do in that game. You can get a lot of chickens to spawn nowhere near you, and because of that, it makes that game just next to impossible to get at times. It's just all luck based. If you destroyed these candles here, we got a nice little shortcut back into the beginning portion of this hub. But it really doesn't matter at this point because we got all the keys. So now we're ready to actually take on Miss Ruby. And that little shortcut is entirely useless to us now because of that. So there we go. We went ahead, unlocked this little cauldron. So let's jump on the lid and let its pressure shoot us up into Miss Ruby's hideout. Let's go.
I could feel that Cooper vibe a-coming. Most distastefully bad juju.
Yeah, well, you give me the creeps too, lady. Cooking up an army of ghosts isn't a very neighborly pastime.
Oh, Sly. I see your mouth a-moving, but all I hear is blah, blah, blah. Well, if jaws need to flap, then let them flap. See you in the next world, Sly Cooper.
Man, Miss Ruby just does not want to let up on that sass. She just does not care about if Sly lives or dies. She just wants him dead. But to be fair, she can control the army of the dead, so she would want us dead just to control us without having any questions. But we need to make our way over to Miss Ruby here and land the first hit, and that's when the real fight begins.
Come back here. You can't run away forever.
Quite true. Quite true. Why don't I have my servant Chumley escort you over here?
All right. What's the catch?
Oh, not much. Just a little game I like to play with all my annoying guests. I want to see how well you pay attention.
What do you mean?
Well, I'll unleash my mighty mojo magic upon you. If you repeat what I do, you'll dodge it just fine. If not, you'll get zapped.
A little voodoo, Simon Says, huh? Sounds easy enough.
So are you ready for Sly Cooper the rhythm game? Because that's pretty much what this is. So basically here we just have to be paying attention to all the different things Miss Ruby does, and then react accordingly. One thing you can actually do is just mash the button. You'll hear me doing that here a little bit, and you're actually safe. So if you don't feel confident about your button presses, just mash and you'll be fine. But when I first played this, the line that Sly makes when he says like Simon Says, I thought this would mean you have to memorize everything and then react accordingly. But no, you don't have to memorize, you just have to be paying attention like Miss Ruby says. So what Sly says in that cutscene is a little misleading because it makes you think this fight's gonna be harder than it actually is. The hardest thing about this fight is actually having your button inputs right in time. Because I swear, sometimes you'll press a button and the game doesn't recognize it in time. So it's very easy for you to fail by you just saying, I'm gonna be pressing the circle button when that appears. And you press it just in time and the game doesn't read it in time. So sometimes it is just better to mash, and that way your button inputs will always be read. So keep that in mind as well. And this works for both the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3 version of Sly Cooper. I heard a lot of people complain about the input delay more on Sly Cooper on the PS2 than on the PS3, but it's still present here in the PS3 version. So this fight's actually kind of difficult for me to do since I'm talking over a lot of the stuff going on. And this point, Miss Ruby is going to start slowing down her attacks a little bit more too to trick you up. And also speeding up at points too. So I gotta be really paying attention here. And we should be getting near the final hit. And there you go. We made it through. So now we need one more hit. And now this is the hardest portion. So we ride on this mosquito, which is a weird way of doing things. And now this is when she gets really fast. I will say, I love all the screams these characters make. Especially Slice. All these grunts are just great. It really adds a lot of flavor to the fight. But at this point, she's making things pretty simple. Alternating buttons is pretty good. I like those kind of patterns. But now, we're getting closer and closer, so she's getting a little more nervous, so she's swapping things around a little bit. But she's still going just as fast as before. So again, just keep on paying attention. If you don't feel too confident, just start mashing those buttons, and that'll make things a little bit easier to dodge as well. And we're just about there. So, a couple more dodges. And final hit, here we come.
You certainly got some rhythm, Raccoon. But it won't help you none if you're fixing to go after the Panda King. He's tough, with a capital T. If you go poking around his stronghold in China, you're likely to get poked back.
Yeah, well, if he's anything like the rest of you, I think I'll manage. Ms. Ruby's section of the Thievius Raccoonus held notes for my pioneering ancestor, Slighton Common. His invisibility technique allowed him to steal from corrupt pharaohs and greedy noblemen. Right on schedule, Inspector Fox's arrival cued my exit. The production of zombies, made illegal in the World Peace Accord of '71, earned Ms. Ruby a life sentence behind bars. While the gang and I enjoyed a few weeks in the tropical sunshine, working on our tans in preparation for our next caper.
Well, there you go. Now we're done with Ms. Ruby's place, and a lot of the artifacts we get here are all wood. Wow. What a variety, if you do ask me. But I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode on that note. Next time on Let's Play Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, we'll be making our way to the Panda King's hideout in China. I'll see you guys next time.